Let's be real for a second. Generative AI is already inside your organization, whether you have a plan for it or not. So the real question is it an asset or is it a liability just waiting to happen? Today, we're diving into a super helpful guide from Virtualization Options LLC. It's all about giving leaders a framework to, control the chaos and actually harness the power of AI safely and effectively. Okay, before we jump in, the folks who created this guide want to be really clear on something, so I'm going to read their note to you directly. It says, this tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC offers general guidance intended for a typical organization. However, every organization is unique and requires training tailored to its specific needs. This specialized training addresses the tools and processes that can help reduce risks and enhance productivity goals within the organization. Please note that the guidance provided may not be applicable to your specific situation and is offered without any warranty expressed or implied. For this reason, we develop customized training after collaborating closely with an organization to identify its unique needs and priorities. So what does that mean? Basically, think of this as the map, but you'll probably still want an expert guide for your specific journey. And that really brings us to the most important question any leader should be asking about AI right now. Is it an asset, something that's helping you win? Or is it a hidden liability, a ticking time bomb? As we're about to see, the difference between the two really boils down to one simple thing: whether your AI adoption is intentional or if it's just happening by accident. And being intentional is so critical here, because AI, well, it's a classic two-sided coin. On one side, you've got this incredible promise, but on the other, there's some serious peril if you don't handle it with care. I mean, look at the opportunity here. The power to accelerate innovation, to supercharge productivity like never before, it's huge. But the risks on the other side, they're just as big. We're talking about devastating data breaches, losing your most valuable intellectual property, and facing some serious damage to your reputation. An unstructured, let's just see what happens approach to AI isn't just inefficient, it's actively dangerous. So, how do you grab all that promise while dodging the peril? Well, the answer lies in building a solid foundation. And that foundation, my friends, is AI governance. Now, AI governance isn't about slowing things down or restricting innovation. Not at all. It's about enabling it, but responsibly. It's the framework of rules that make sure AI is used ethically, securely, and in a way that actually helps your business move forward. Think of it like the guardrails on a highway. They won't slow you down. They actually let you go faster, safely. And this framework isn't just some abstract idea. It actually breaks down into 4 really concrete pillars. First, you've got to develop clear policies on what's okay and what's not. Second, you have to assess the unique risks AI poses to your company. Third, and this is a big one, you need to systematically evaluate tools before they get deployed. And finally, you have to set up ongoing monitoring to catch any new threats that pop up. All right, so let's zoom in on that third pillar, tool evaluation. How do you actually assess an AI tool before you let it loose in your company? Well, the guide gives us a super practical 5-point checklist for this. First up, security and privacy. This is non-negotiable. Does the tool have solid encryption? What about access controls? Is it certified with industry standards like SOC 2? You absolutely have to know your data is protected, period. Second, performance. A fancy demo is one thing, but does it actually work? You need to test its accuracy, its speed, its reliability, and do it at scale, because the tool that works great for one person but crashes for a whole department is pretty much useless. Third on the list, integration. How well does this new shiny object play with your existing technology? A powerful tool is totally useless if it just creates another data silo. It has to connect seamlessly with the workflows you already have. Fourth, vendor viability. And this is something people often forget. You're not just buying software, you're starting a partnership. Is the company stable? Are they going to be around to support you next year or 5 years from now? A great tool from a company that's about to go under is a dead end. And number 5, cost. But listen, don't just look at the sticker price. You have to calculate the total cost of ownership. That means factoring in implementation, training, any hidden fees, and watching out for contract traps that could end up costing you a fortune down the road. So now that we had the framework and this handy checklist, how does it all apply in the real world? Well, in our upcoming explainers, we're going to take a tour through the modern organization, department by department, to see exactly that. We're going to look at the unique risks in 9 key areas.
For HR, how do you keep sensitive employee data private? For marketing, how do you stop the AI from going totally off-brand? For sales, how do you protect your secret sauce, your customer lists, and competitive intel? With customer support, how do you prevent the AI from giving dangerously wrong advice? In finance, how can you be sure of absolute data integrity? For IT, how do they govern all these tools while also using them? In engineering, how do you protect your precious source code? For legal, how do you avoid accidentally breaking attorney-client privilege? And for R&D, how do you make sure your next billion-dollar idea doesn't get leaked before it's even patented? You see, every single department has its own minefield to navigate.
Okay, so you see the risks, you understand the framework, but how do you actually get started? The guide wraps up with a really clear, actionable roadmap to help you begin your journey. The path forward is actually pretty clear. It has to start at the top by getting executives aligned and on board. Then you build out your policies, you carefully pick the right tools, and you train your people. But it doesn't stop there. It's a continuous cycle of monitoring and improving. This is a real plan, not just wishful thinking. And that leaves us with this one final thought. Your organization is already adopting AI. That's happening, one way or another. The only question left is that adoption built on a deliberate framework designed for success and safety, or is it just being left entirely to chance?